All right, everyone. Hello and welcome to another video here from Holio Awakening and Thunder Dragon Neigong. Today, we're going to be looking over another article, recent article that I produced on our website, which you can check out at the links below. And this one is going to be going over one of the important things to understand about Qigong and Taijiquan, Tai Chi, and that is that these practices are not simply about relaxation. Now, this is what you will mostly hear about when people talk about Tai Chi and Qigong is it's nice, gentle, relaxing exercises, specifically good for elderly populations. And that's fine, that's good. There are a lot of benefits there. That's not wrong, but that's as far as you generally ever hear about it. And so we're going to look at this real quick and talk about the importance of understanding the real depth of the practice. So we'll go ahead and get into it here. Beyond relaxation, the alchemical depth of Qigong and Taijiquan. In the modern world, Qigong and Taijiquan are most commonly understood as gentle movement practices, slow, graceful exercises performed in parks, community centers, and rehabilitation clinics. And this is some of the places that I teach most frequently in are rehabilitation clinics, community centers, places like this, uh, homes for the elderly, where I am working on specifically getting mobility, corrective exercise, these sorts of things. So it is very valuable and beneficial in those ways. We're not saying that it's not. We're just talking about the importance of understanding the deeper layers as well. They are widely promoted for improving balance, reducing stress, and supporting relaxation, uh, especially among elderly or injured populations. This image is not incorrect, but it is profoundly incomplete. Now, the majority of contemporary instruction does indeed emphasize soft choreography, mindful breathing, and calm presence. An ever-growing body of scientific research confirms the value of these methods for stress reduction, balance and coordination, cognitive preservation, neurological health, and overall well-being. These benefits are real, they are measurable, and they are valuable. I always say it's important to note that the majority of the scientific studies that are coming out showing the benefits of Taiji and Qigong are referring to just this basic beginner surface level learning to relax and breathe. It has such a profound effect, life-changing effect on so many people that they can just relax and breathe. Yet what most people encounter today is not the practice itself, it is only the preparation. Relaxation is the beginning of Taijiquan, not the goal. Relaxation, gentle movement, and slow breathing are foundational prerequisites for authentic Qigong and Taijiquan. They are the ground upon which the practice is built, not its destination. That such extraordinary health benefits, as we've discussed, arise from this introductory layer alone is a testament to the immense depth and power contained within these arts. But true practice is not mere relaxation. You could do anything that's just, I mean, really, if you just learn to release the tension in your body, to breathe deeply and slowly, to allow the thoughts to become calm, and to move in a gentle, flowing, pulsing manner, you could make up your own movements and get that effect. There's nothing really unique or specific about Qigong and Taiji that at that level that would provide these benefits any more than just flowing, just doing a free flow. So when we talk about Taijiquan and Qigong being these profound arts, we're talking about a much deeper layer, a much deeper level. One of the most misunderstood concepts in the internal arts is the term song. It is commonly translated as relaxation, but this translation obscures the real meaning. Song is more accurately understood as release, the release of chronic tension patterns that inhibit proper function of the body's tissues, fluids, and joints. So we're not relaxing and going limp and like we're going to go to sleep. We're releasing, and this is an active process actually. The term fang song implies releasing physical and mental constraints for optimal energy flow and effortless movement. Unlike simple limpness, is often thought of and unfortunately taught by many, even many teachers have not gone to the level of understanding that will allow them to convey what the real meaning of these arts is and what the real practice entails. This is not passive relaxation. It is active, it is precise, and it is demanding. Real Qigong and Taiji practice is not relaxing, and it is actually very difficult, very strenuous. The hidden work inside slow movement. To the untrained observer, authentic Qigong or Taijiquan may appear as nothing more than relaxed, flowing dance. Internally, however, something far more complex is occurring. Each movement requires meticulous control of the body's subtle systems, precise balance of muscular tone, coordinated opening and closing of the joints, progressive refinement of the fascia and the connective tissue, very important. Regulation of fluids, of pressure, of internal elasticity, continuous integration of breath, intent, and structure. All of this is going on under the surface in real practice. The tissues are not simply loose, they're disciplined. Tendons are stretched and tempered, fascia is hydrated and reorganized, joints are decompressed and aligned. Over time, the physical body transforms in quality, becoming capable of transmitting force, absorbing stress, and maintaining structural integrity with minimal effort. So you see, we're not talking about just relaxing and breathing and flowing. There is great work going on internally. That's why these are called Neigong, the internal arts. Because while it looks on the surface, on the outside, like we're just relaxed and moving slowly, what we're doing on the inside is a ridiculously intense workout. This process is mentally and physically exhausting. It requires sustained attention, patience, and a willingness to confront the body's limitations. Authentic internal practice is not easy. It is precise, demanding work disguised as softness. Internal alchemy of body, mind, and breath. At this level, Qigong and Taijiquan reveal themselves not merely as health exercises, but as systems of internal alchemy. Through sustained practice, the practitioner gains conscious influence over tissue tone and elasticity, over organ function and circulation, over nervous system regulation, over emotional reactivity and mental chatter. We're not simply relaxing these things, we are actually going in and disciplining them and gaining control over them so that we can, at will, control the quality and the function of these things. The body becomes responsive rather than rigid. The mind becomes directed rather than scattered. And emotions become tools rather than tyrants. This is where the deepest benefits emerge, not merely relief from stress, but mastery over the very mechanisms by which stress affects the body and mind. The practitioner is no longer passively shaped by external conditions, but is actively regulating their internal state. As I talk about all the time in many contexts, we cannot be subject to external forces in our lives. Everything must be coming from within us, directed by our own will and intent. If we are subject to external forces, we are pushed along with the tides, we will never gain the stability needed to actualize our vision for our lives, to actualize the optimal health, wellness, and potential that we have within us. We have to take personal responsibility. We have to direct everything from within ourselves. And that is part of what we're training in true internal work. Transcending stress rather than managing it. Modern discourse often frames Qigong and Taijiquan as methods for coping with stress. But authentic practice does something far more radical. It transcends stress by reorganizing the internal systems that generate stress responses in the first place. As control over breath, posture, intent, and tissue deepens, the practitioner develops resilience that is structural, neurological, and psychological. Life's pressures no longer imprint themselves so easily upon the body or mind. This is the alchemical promise of the internal arts: to develop, transform, and master the self, and through that mastery, to move through the world without being damaged by it. This is the real goal: to be able to live life fully. Far deeper than most imagine. It is true that Qigong and Taijiquan are excellent for relaxation, for balance, and general health. These claims are not exaggerated, they are simply incomplete. Authentic practice runs far deeper than what is commonly taught or understood today. It reaches levels of transformation that most modern practitioners never encounter, not because the arts lack depth, but because few are guided beyond the surface. Now, this goes both ways. This is not just that many people don't have the will and the discipline to put the effort in that they need to get the results that we're talking about. That is definitely part of it. People today tend to want things quick and easy, and they don't want to have to put in the long, grueling effort. As the Chinese have a saying called eat bitter, to chew bitter. That's the long, grueling work that it takes to achieve results. Most people don't want to do that these days. There's that aspect, but there's also the aspect that many teachers themselves aren't aware of these things because they've learned from watered down systems, watered down schools that don't teach the true arts. So, which is one of the things that we try to remedy here at Holy Awakening, Thunder Dragon Neigong, is to bring real, legitimate teachings from the traditional lineages so that people have access to the authentic practices should they decide to embark on that path. Authentic practice runs far deeper than what is commonly taught or understood today. It reaches levels of transformation that most modern practitioners never encounter, not because the arts lack depth, but because few are guided beyond the surface. For those willing to engage fully, these systems offer not just longevity or calm, but a complete method of internal development. A living alchemy that reshapes the body, clarifies the mind, and aligns the practitioner with principles far older and more precise than any modern fitness paradigms. Qigong and Taijiquan are gentle only at first glance. In truth, They are among the most demanding and transformative disciplines ever derived, when practiced as they were intended. So, this is an article I just felt was important to get out there to as many people as possible because so much of the Taiji and Qigong practice that we see today is so watered down and superficial. And for many, that's fine. It works. It's what they want. It's all they want to do is relax and breathe for a bit, in a simple class with no commitment. But I feel it's important that the knowledge and the information is out there that these arts are much deeper than that. For those who wish to take that path, uh, the information is available through us and through some others out there who are trying to keep these arts alive. With that said, everybody, take care. We will see you next time.